A very warm welcome to all. As a part of our institution's Tech Talk series, I will be talking about Introduction to Go Programming Language. Myself, Sruthi CK, Assistant Professor at the Computer Science and Engineering Department. So we can start by explaining what is a Go programming language and also by telling about some of its features. From the word itself, we are able to understand that Go is a programming language. That is, what is a programming language? Programming language is nothing but a means of providing instructions to a computer to accomplish certain tasks. There are a wide number of programming languages available, and that also in various degrees of complexities. Go is one of a programming language. So Go programming language is also known as Golang or simply Go. It is a statically typed and compiled programming language. It is a procedural programming language. That is, the as a part of the code, as a part of the program that can be formed using Go, we are able to define procedures or functions. Now, one of the major important things about Go programming languages, it was developed by Google developers to create dependable and efficient software. So Go programming language is associated with Google. Some of the important features, striking features of Go programming language are: first one, first and foremost, it is an open source programming language. That is, open source means any user is able to use, share, distribute, make changes to the programming language free of cost, without any kind of restrictions. That is one of the important points of Go programming language. That is, it is an open source programming language. Another point is it is concurrent as well as scalable. That is, we are able to define functions in Go program using Go programming languages. These functions can be run independently without any kind of interference over one another. That is another point. Another feature is garbage collection. The developers are actually free from thinking about the part of garbage collection, that is freeing up the memory space. So that is also an important point. Go programming language, it is efficient and simple and fun type of programming languages, and it may be boring for some of them, for very few of them actually. So next we will see the history of Go programming language, or the major milestones that were covered during the development of Go programming language. The Go language started being designed at Google in 2007. The designers wanted to create a programming language that was easier to use but still had the useful characterizations found in other languages such as Python, CPP, JavaScript. By 2008, the language started taking shape. In 2009, it was declared as an open source language. Version 1.0 later was released in the year 2012, and following that year, several other updations, or there have been several versions that have been released as time has went on. And the latest version of Go is version 1.18. So the main people involved in the development of Go programming language were three Google designers named Robert Kreisimer, Rob Pike and Ken Thompson. The main motivation that led to the development, or that led to the need to develop a Go programming language, was that the need to solve the software engineering issues at Google, and also to provide an alternative to CPP languages. The Go programming language was originally built for programs related to networking and infrastructure. Go is popular for cloud-based or server-side applications. Many command line tools are also written in Go. Go is also used in the field of artificial intelligence and data science. The goals of Go just goes on like that, but Go's purpose is not research programming language design. There are several major companies who are relying upon Go programming language for various purposes. One of them being Dropbox, who in the year 2014 had changed from Python to Go programming language. Other than Dropbox, there is Facebook, Twitter, IBM, BBC, YouTube, and the list just goes on. The various advantages of Golang are as follows. Golang is a fast language that is compared to other languages like Java, Python and all. It is capable of accomplishing certain tasks in a faster manner, which enhances the availability and reliability of services. Another point is Golang is easy to learn. Now if we have a strong foundation or related to C or Java language, we will be able to connect to Golang language also in a much easier way. Golang also supports the concept of concurrency and Go routines, that is multiple functions can be created and they can be run concurrently at the same time without any kind of interference. Golang is also easy to maintain. It uses multiple cores and it can also be compiled into many platforms. Just like a coin has got two sides, Golang has also got some kind of disadvantages. One of them is it is still considered as a very young programming language, despite of it being coming into existence for about more than 10 years. It is still considered as a very young programming language, and programmers still struggle to use the Go programming language and its functionalities. There are also some features that needs to be added or that are not part of the existing Golang Golang scenario. That is, it doesn't support, Golang does not support generic functions, and Golang's tooling is really weird. Golang, even though it has similarities with C, CPP and all, it is still not easy to learn. And there are also difficulties in handling errors because exception handling capacity or capability is not added in Golang features. So concluding this topic, we had talked about a programming language named Go or Golang. It is an open source programming language, a procedural programming language developed at the Google. It is an efficient, scalable and concurrency supporting language. There are many companies which are using Golang. They are actually migrating from the popular programming languages to Golang, and there are like many aspects that also needs to be added or needs to be developed with respect to Golang, which will make it more popular like other programming languages. Thank you.